That's not true.
Yeah, we're live too, aren't we?
Yep. Like 7 minutes. My car is crapping out on me.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I need a new battery or a new alternator.
What type of car is it?
92 Mazda Protege.
Mazda. That can make it a little interesting.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Mazda's a limited production vehicle to begin with, so parts are always a little scarcer, and
Really?
they also are a little more proprietary in their designs. But
Okay.
what's it doing?
Okay, well, in general, it's instead of just starting up as you turn the key, it's starting up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it seems like, at least it used to seem like, cold was sapping the battery.
Right.
So I had to get a jump to get it working. But now it's not cold out. I pull into the Euro T Studio, I turn it off, I turn it back on again, and it won't turn over.
Well, how did you get here?
I drove here.
How did you? So it started.
It started at where I worked, and I drove here. So
Sounds like your cables are bad.
Could be the cables.
When you started it, did it go
No.
or did it go vroom?
well, it sometimes does that, but this time it didn't do anything. This time it didn't turn over at all.
Sounds like your battery
I
connections
just had the
are
cables
corroded.
replaced, though.
Sounds like your battery connections are corroded.
Could be the battery's corroded.
Mm-hmm.
How old's your battery?
Battery's pretty old.
More than 5 years?
Probably, yeah.
First step, replace the battery. Then if you continue to have problems, then you know it's not the battery. 5-year-old battery may not hold a charge. You may even connect to it and it'll look like it's holding a charge, but it's a surface charge. And that could actually be the problem. However, typically when the battery goes like that, it's gonna crap out your alternator too. At least the starter solenoids too. So it depends on the car.
So my starter is dead?
It could be.
I just got my starter replaced like a couple of months ago.
Be a good time to change the battery then.
And did you have any of this kind of problem before you replaced the starter?
That's why I had it replaced, because it wouldn't start.
I see.
But yeah, with the battery that old, you should replace it.
And someone told, and you took it to the mechanic,
Yeah.
and the mechanic said, "Oh, you need a new starter."
Yeah.
Because they make more
Alright.
money on
Well,
it.
that did fix it.
It started.
Yeah.
It started before you on your way here today too.
Yeah. Well, I woke up in the morning, it didn't start, I gave it a jump.
A jump.
Yeah. I drove to work, I turned it off, turned it back on again, and drove to somewhere to eat, turned it off, turned it back on again, and drove here.
The hard starting part was probably the starter. It's probably right. The starter did need to be replaced.
Okay.
However, the battery's probably bad too, which is part of the problem. It's making the electrical connections all funky and varying. And a lot of times when the battery goes out, it will kill your alternator and it can kill your starter too.
It's kind of silly. I just don't want to spend the money on a battery if it's not that, but I suppose I just do that.
Well, if that battery's that old, it's not going to last much longer anyways. They're
How about that one?
not rated very long.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I buy a fracking battery.
You have to go now.
I have to go now.
Well, you wait and we'll look and see what your computer does. The show's almost over. You may as well wait and see what your computer does. Do you like this background?
It's a nice background. Yes.
Okay.
Where is that?
In the mountains.
Well, it still says
Good answer.
network cable is unplugged.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try restarting the computer. Maybe I'll.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you need to. Well, I'll plug it into another hole here. But I'm still waiting for Jonathan to give the report that he's.
Okay.
What have you found, Jonathan?
I found that 9 and 10 are not connected, so I'm going through and finding where we have two.
Do you want me to? Okay. Well, that was a pretty good observation. In that case, that's a pretty good chance that that's.
Well, we got 1 minute. We're gonna switch. So go ahead and say your goodbyes, and then.
Okay. Why don't I tell you what we'll do? We'll go with the psychedelic background one more time, like that, and we'll get rid of these things, see, just like that, and We get rid of this business there. There we go. Now we do like happy trails to you. until we
that's nice. I
meet
like that.
again. Everything's more like it is now than it ever has been. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. La da 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 da, whatever the words are to the song. And this is, you've been watching the Mad Scientist Tea Party. Come down to URTV, and that's right, you got to be in front of green. You got to be where the green screen is, you see. I get to be like a Hindu god, see. I get all these arms and stuff. Yeah, there you go. And now it's time for the switch. You're going to be watching the Glow Lady in a minute. Come on, Glow Lady. Go, Glow Lady. Da-da, dun, 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 dun. Ta-da! Glow Lady show is coming up. When are you going to make the switch? Dun, da, 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 dun, da, da, da. Dun, 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 dun. Now we'll make it crazier yet. I can make it even crazier, crazier. Ah,
There we go.
All right. Indeed.